I didn't start pole vaulting until I was 23 in my junior year of college. And I was one of, I'm considered one of the pioneers of really getting it to take off. I know that there was women before me, but it really didn't stick, or they would do it maybe in exhibitions or jump in with some of the men, but not given any credit for it really. So I have to really thank them, and I commend my coach for really thinking outside the box and daring us to try something that hasn't been done by women, for a long time or legitimately recorded. And I stayed with it.
In the midst of Stacy's collegiate career as a heptathlete and 100-meter hurdler, she continued to learn the pole vault. It wasn't until the end of her senior year in 1995 that an opportunity presented itself.
My coach wanted me to go down to Hughes Stadium for the U.S. Outdoor Championships. They were doing the women's pole vault as an exhibition. I had never didn't make it to NCAAs, throughout my college career, missed it by, I think, 10 points. And, that was going to be a big thing for me to be able to make it to NCs as a hep, but I didn't. And then I'm going to the senior, championships.
Stacy placed second to Melissa Price and was invited to compete at the USA versus Great Britain duel in the pole vault. There she placed second again to Price, and both set a personal record.
It was a super proud moment for myself, and I remember writing my coach a postcard the day before, just thanking him for the opportunity that he'd given me to be able to do something like this. Like, I never thought I would have ever traveled, across the pond to compete in a sport that I didn't pick up until I was 23 years old. And I hope I represent, my country, my institution of Idaho State University, and myself well. And I'll see you in a week. And I wrote down like a PR at the bottom, and I literally jumped that PR bar.
As the women's pole vault was introduced into more athletic programs and competitions, it was a slow process and still called into question.
Agents would say, Stacy, do you really think this pole vault thing is going to take off? Like, why are you doing this? They almost laughed at us. Like, this is so silly. Why are you doing this? Why are you wasting your time? It's never going to be anything big. And at the time I thought, I don't really care. I'm doing what I love. And if it is what it is, so be it. But I really feel like it's going to be big. So you guys just sit there and talk about us, because I think, Emma George, Stacy Dragila, Mel Mueller, Kelly Suttle, we're going to take it to the next level. And so I just kept saying in the back of my head, just watch us, guys, just watch us.
The course of the women's pole vault was set in motion. It sparked a new interest in the world of track and field.
Every year just kind of built on the next year for me and for the women's pole vault. More women in Europe started jumping, exceptional. I mean, it wasn't like 10 feet anymore. Like, every time we went out to go jump, the world record was being set, like, no joke. They wanted something new and exciting. So a couple of the meet promoters took a chance on the women's pole vault, brought us up to those bigger meets, gave us that center stage, and we performed when we were asked to perform.
In the year 2000, the women's pole vault became an official event in the Summer Olympic Games in Sydney, Australia. Stacy Dragila was not only the first American, but the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal in the pole vault.
To be able to stand on the podium and hold that medal at that time, I just had flashbacks of all these memories of people telling us no and people telling us yes. And, these opportunities that were given to us that we didn't take it lightly. We wanted to go out. We wanted to show the world that women could do this, and to stop putting us and suppressing us down. Like, so many events, women are strong beings, and given the opportunity to do anything, the sky is the limit. And that truly showed true, not only there for me, but so many things. The history has shown that women can do so many tough things given the opportunity.
From then to now, the women's pole vault has become a norm in track and field on all levels, and is still growing.
Looking at the women and what the women are doing now, we're taking it to that next level. Like, mid 16-foot jumps are, a dime a dozen now, and we're approaching that 17-foot barrier. And that's pretty cool to see, because I don't think, back when I was really early on jumping, did we ever think that women could do that? And I just keep thinking back to what my coach said. If you can bring that speed down the runway and translate it into a gymnastics feat and connect it well, you're Simone Biles on a pole. Like you can do this, right? So all the ladies out there, just be a little Simone and you'll launch yourself into the next orbit. And that's going to be super exciting to watch.